What's the crack, guys? Welcome back. It is the start of a brand new week and the start of a brand new reading vlog for this, I don't know what I'm going to call it. It's kind of like a fangirl May readathon. That's pretty much the only thing I can really call it because I can't think of anything else to call this because as I said in my last reading vlog, I'm not sure whether I'm going to continue these on after May, but I just thought it'd be kind of cool to document, my fangirl reads for a month. So it is Monday, May the 6th. I know there's a proper way to pronounce 6th. It's like 6th. I don't know. It's weird. My English teacher in 3rd year tried to teach us how to say it. It did not go well. After I filmed the outro for my last reading vlog, I actually did pick up Star Trek Gateway's What Lay Beyond. I DNF'd that sucker. I was not liking it at all. I read the Deep Space Nine story and the Voyager story and hated both of them. They were not what I was expecting for what the books were about, and then for that to happen in the kind of wrap up, I was like, no. So I pretty much DNF'd it, 1-starred it, and I was just like, I am done with it. That's what I get after investing in 3 books. No. So then I picked up the audiobook for Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. Brittany the Bibliophile really loved that audiobook, so then that girl could sell me rain, and I live in Ireland and we have rain literally 300 days out of the year. Even our merch says our seasons are just rain, 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 and rain. Brittany the Bibliophile could easily sell rain to me. So started listening to that today. I am really loving it. It took me a while to get used to the narrators, especially the male one, because I was like, oh, okay, maybe this is Jill's perspective. He's actually reading the fanfic that Kath writes, or he's reading from the books that she writes fanfic for. Either way, I am loving it. I really identify with Kath, especially her anxieties with university, because I went through the same ones when I went to university, even about the cafeteria. I was like, where the hell do I sit? I didn't stay in dorms or student accommodation because in universities here we don't have to do that. So I went up on the bus every single day because I don't live that far away, so I just stayed at home. But I still had a lot of anxieties about people and places and what I can do and how I should do it, so I'm very much identifying with Kath and loving all of the other characters. So that's my audio read. I like to listen to an audiobook and then physically read something. This afternoon when I got back from work, I didn't know what I was going to do for my physical read, but then I decided to pick up Kate Remembered Katharine Hepburn, a personal biography by A. Scott Berg, because it's Katharine Hepburn's birth week. Her birthday is then at the end of the week on May 12th, and I just wanted to read something about Katharine Hepburn. I got quite the shock of this whenever I started reading it. It's actually signed by the author. I did not know that. That was quite the surprise. I love little surprises like this when you buy things off of eBay. It's brilliant. I'm on page 40 and I'm loving the stories that this guy is telling about Katharine Hepburn and how she reacts to him being in her house. I really am fangirling so hard in this book, especially when the first photo of the first chapter is the door to her New York house, and I went looking for that whenever I was in New York in February. So for me to see this in this book and for me to actually have stood outside it, I am just, oh my gosh, I'm just fangirling. I'm just like, oh my gosh, yes. And she's so witty at 75. She's so witty and she has her ways, and it's just, oh my gosh, I just adored her, whatever you want to say. It's just, I want to take my time over this and really, really absorb it. And I actually want to make notes on it and annotate it, not write in it, but put post-its on places where I think it might be fun to put post-its. I don't know. Again, Brittany the Bibliophile has got me in the mood for annotations, and I don't want to annotate anything. I never liked annotating anything. The only books that I ever annotated or underlined or marked were university books, but they were textbooks, so I didn't give a shit what I did with them. But these type of books, these are ones that I really want to take care of, especially when this is signed by the author. It's not gonna be that precious because the inside's end page here was ripped out Maybe that one was signed by Katharine Hepburn. Who knows? So yeah, I'm gonna go get my dinner and I will update you guys later, or else I'll see you tomorrow. Hello everybody, it is now Tuesday. It's actually Tuesday evening. It has been a day because I went to work. After work I took Toby for a walk because Millie is at the vet all day, and so to keep him distracted I took him for a walk. Then I went to the gym to keep myself distracted. So we're going to be going together in about 5 minutes. I am very happy just to have her home and to see how she's doing. So I'm just going to do a quick check-in with my reading. I didn't read much more of Katharine Hepburn's biography last night. I got to page 82 before I realised it was 1 a.m. and I was like, I need to get up for work in about 4 hours. So I needed to nip that in the bud and just go to sleep. Then I listened to more of Fangirl by Rimbaud Rowell. At work, I think I have about 7.5 hours left of it. I'm really enjoying it. It's nothing particularly unique or fascinating, but it's really cute and I like it. I'm really liking it. I wouldn't say the narrator is like amazing, but she does a decent enough job for me. So that's where I am with my reading. I am going to go get my dog. So it is Wednesday. I didn't update yesterday at all beyond that little clip that you just saw. Just when Millie came home, I was tired from walking Toby and then going to the gym. I had a headache, so I was like, I'm going to go to bed early. I don't know how many pages I even read yesterday. Like I think I was on page 82 and now I'm on page 100, so barely 20 pages read. And I wanted to read, but my head was just splitting. My eyes was hurting, but that's fine. So I'm on page 100 of Kate Remembered, and of Fangirl I have 5 hours and 47 minutes remaining. I am really liking it. I'm kind of annoyed at the romance because I was kind of rooting for one and then I was rooting for the other one, and then it's just like, what? Both of them turned out to be a bit of a dick. So that was interesting. But I have a package. I got this off of eBay and I'm pretty sure I know what it is, but I have it all open anyway so I can just pull it out so there's none of this like crap noises. It is A Vision of the Future, Star Trek Voyager. This is kind of like behind the scenes of Star Trek Voyager. I did not know that this book existed, otherwise I would have had it years ago. I was just randomly looking up Star Trek Wikipedia Memory Alpha, and I was looking at Captain Janeway, the trivia for her, and they had these things that had never been there before, and they had the citation. I was like, I wonder if that was a TV show, you know, like a TV segment, or was it a book? Turns out it was a book. So I went onto eBay, bought it. I think it was like £4, and I am so excited to see this because just look, there's Janeway in her little hollow novel. In the trivia for Janeway, it says how they decided, you know, who they were going to audition for the role of Janeway, because they didn't know whether they were going to go with a man or a woman, so they auditioned both men and women before ultimately deciding on Geneviève Bujold, who quit on the second day, and then they went for Kate Mulgrew, and oh, that is so cool. I love behind the scenes photos. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna be geeking out so much with this book. Oh yes, a lot of people might not know this, but the bun that Janeway has wasn't actually the original hairstyle that they went for Janeway. They actually went with this one first, which is very reminiscent of the one that she ends up with later on in the series. I was a happy fangirl. I'm such a happy fangirl. I might not be getting it to this month, even though it is my fangirly readathon. Still haven't figured out a name for it, but so happy that that has arrived. I am still expecting quite a few other books in the post, but because it was bank holiday, post just kind of just shut down, and I'm still waiting on stuff. So, plan for today: read. I've got no other plans for today. Millie is back at the vet, so she's not going to be there all day, so she's going to be there for a few hours instead of all day. So I'm going to have to go get her. But for now, I'm just going to get a cup of tea, take some paracetamol for this headache that is returned from the paracetamol that I took this morning, and just read, I guess. Yeah, so I will hopefully check back in later and not, just check in on Thursday. Wish me luck. So it is now Sunday evening. I did not want to make this update. I have not vlogged since Wednesday when I was going to go pick up my dog from the vet. It was not good news. She passed away on Friday morning. She went in her sleep so that I didn't have to make that decision to have her put to sleep. So she went on her own time. Millie did everything her own way, and she knew that I couldn't do it. I don't think I physically could have been able to do it, because even just carrying her to the vet for cremation, it was hard enough. My legs were shaking the entire way. So yeah, I lost my dog. She was only 7. It would have been a birthday in a couple weeks. She was far too young, but she had kidney disease, and by the time we noticed there was nothing that they could do, they tried everything that they could, but she just wasn't responding to treatment. And she just slipped away. So that's why this vlog is a lot shorter than last week's one, because I just could not bring myself to actually film anything. I didn't want to. I just wanted to spend time with her, and I have just basically spent days crying. But I'm just gonna finish this reading vlog because there's nothing else really to say. This is a reading vlog. It's not, me getting emotional about my baby girl. So I read 2 books this week. I read Star Trek What Lay Beyond, which is by various authors, which I give 1 star. I read Kate Remembered, Katharine Hepburn, A Personal Biography by A. Scott Berg, which I give 4 stars. And I'm currently reading The Real Kate, A Personal Biography of Katharine Hepburn by Charlotte Chandler. This is just a dust jacket. My book is up in the living room and I was too lazy to go and get it. And 2 books arrived this week. The first one being The Battle of Beta Z by Charlotte Douglas and Susan Kearney. This is a repurchase for me. I read this book years ago, but I have no idea where my copy is. This was an amazing read when I first read it, so I wanted to read it again. And I also have Finale by Stephanie Garber, which is the last book in the Caraval trilogy, and this is signed by Stephanie Garber, as you can see here. And the secret cover is "The most magnificent things are worth living for." And my dog damn sure was. That wraps up this week's reading vlog. It wasn't as much of a fangirly week as I had hoped it would have been. It's been probably one of the worst weeks of my life, so this week can literally go and fuck itself, if I'm perfectly honest. So hopefully next week's will be a bit better, not as depressing. Here's hoping. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.